Cool.
Good. So
All
I'm
right.
Marcus Rehrman, like we talked about. I'm 23. I just turned 23 in May. I just moved to Oregon to work with USGS, the U.S. Geological Survey. I work with Oregon spotted frogs, and I work with Cascade torrent salamanders, both of which are endangered species of amphibians, and they are populations that are dwindling in their own respective manner. And so we are researching them to see what their populations are like. I am super interested in reptiles and amphibians. I've been interested with animals my entire life. But as of about 2-3 years ago, once COVID started, I really started to get into reptiles and amphibians. And so that's kind of where I am now. I have a Instagram and YouTube channel where I post a lot of pictures, a lot of videos about all this kind of stuff for the transition. In terms of schooling, I was 2 years ahead of everybody else. So the people that came with me were Armand Vaziri and Katie Aoki, as you know, and we were 2 years ahead of everybody. So when we first got to Woodland Christian, they said that we could have been a freshman in high school with the way that we were taught from Montessori. So it put us way ahead in terms of schooling. We did really well in middle school. And then once we got to high school, then it started to like ease like more into like, okay, we're in high school now. But middle school was almost a breeze, almost a breeze, because we were taught so well in Montessori. You did a good job.
No, that's cool. So, and I would imagine, there's great things that come along with that, and then things that, if you're feeling like, oh, I kind of already know this stuff, I would imagine it can be difficult sometimes to like pay attention or find value in it or whatever. But then it also probably feels good to go, hey, I already know this. So, yeah.
Like we were being taught basic algebra, like very basic, and we were learning that in fourth grade with you. So it was interesting going back to that, and then not to brag or anything, but seeing other kids not knowing it, where we have known this for the last 2 or 3 years, it was very interesting to see. So I think I helped a little bit with other people, but I remember Katie helping a lot with kids that didn't know how to do like basic algebraic functions and stuff like that.
Interesting.
And then we didn't get homework actually until sixth grade, like halfway through the year. And I remember just thinking like, man, how do people do homework? It was such a weird concept to do homework, because we did so much work during the day that it didn't feel like we had to do homework. So once we got homework, it was a different level. We had to do more of it for ourselves. And then that transitioned us very well. I liked that everybody had like a connection with each other. So because we were all from sixth grade to fourth grade, we were able to talk to each other a lot, because we're all in, 2 rooms, 3 rooms as it was. And so we talked to each other every single day. Whereas if you're in a sit down classroom, you have your own desk, you're not talking to everybody every single day. You got 2 or 3 people that you talk to each day, and then you go home, you do your homework, you have, sports practice or whatever. So being able to talk with more people, having more connections was, a lot better than being in middle school and high school and not having those connections.
It's interesting when I'm interviewing people, a lot of those themes are the ones that come up, like being able to work in groups and knowing each other really well. And, being able, nobody else has voiced it in the same way you have about like free thinking, but that idea of forming your own thoughts and following your own interests. And,
exactly.
That those seem to be kind of common themes.
I remember having other conflicts with kids, and being able to work through those. I think working through the conflicts helped a lot. Like we've talked about, like in everyday life, where working through conflicts is just an everyday thing. Yeah. And I remember having conflicts just, here and there, but being able to work through those very quickly and not having like a grudge against somebody. That wasn't a thing that like you had in Montessori. It wasn't even like a thought like, oh, I'm going to have a grudge against somebody because they did this to me at this point. Working through conflicts was very helpful. Yeah. And it helped me learn to get through those quickly in time. Another one is, I think Day of Honor helped a lot in terms of, for me, I'm able to talk in front of people very well, better than most people. So when I talk in my YouTube videos, there's nothing that I won't say in terms of letting people know what they want to hear. And then also in high school, I was the, I guess, MC, as you want to talk about. It would be for the rallies. So I would talk in front of everybody at the rallies, in front of 300 people at a small Christian school. And Day of Honor helped me with that. So it helped me learn to be able to talk in front of people, not be afraid. Like, they want to hear what you have to say. So I was on the pizza day committee from 3rd grade to 6th grade. So for 4 years straight. And I remember in 3rd grade, there was only 4 people that worked on it. It was me, Eliana, RJ, and one other person. It was a girl. And they were all in 4th grade, 5th grade, 6th grade, and I was in 3rd grade. But they wanted to have somebody younger so that when the older girl left, I came in and I could be a part of it. And I knew already how to like work the system, how to work through talking with people. That's actually real world things. You need to be like, in terms of sales, I'm not into sales or anything, but you need to be able to talk to people, know what they want, and then be able to deliver it to them on time, exactly how they want it. And then you have to go to the store, you have to call the people, you have to know how to write checks. Like you got to know how to write checks in real life. That helped me a lot. And that is a total group-based thing. And we didn't need a ton of help from anybody else. It was just the committee, and then we just worked through it every year. So